Hey everybody, Polar Painting and Gaming here. I'm doing another list critique, well, reaction and critique. This one is from Millaninja. Thank you, Millaninja, for your submission. Let's see how it is. All right, we have an Aristarch with Inscription of Impact Resistance, giving him Tenacious as a draw event. We have 6 stands of Phalangites, one of which is Veterans with a Dorilates officer, MSU of Selinoi. We have some Chariots, 2 Skorpios, a Flogobollon. Then we have Polemarch Warlord with Aristia and Atalanta Spear. We have Thorakites with a Lochagos and a Thyrean Auxiliary. We have 4 stands of Sacred Band. We have another Polemarch, more Thorakites, Lochagos, Thyrean, 4 stack of Sacred Band. All right, interesting. So right away, I love the Polemarch Warlord. As if you watch my channel at all, you probably know I think he's basically the only Warlord in this army right now. So I think that's a good choice. What was it? Aristarch. So this is a little different than what I like to play, but it's interesting. So we have Tenacious on the Aristarch in Phalangites. So presumably they are the anvil that is pushing forward. And you're going to be drawing the Aristarch pretty much the first card every turn to get Tenacious up. He's got the Sacred Band Veterans to heal up and do more damage. The healing, it's not great. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, because the Sacred Band are rolling so few dice on that regiment. But the double Polemarch play is interesting. I really like the concept of a mirrored warband like this, where you have the flexibility of the Polemarch being able to supremacy into either of those Sacred Band regiments. I really like redundancy in regiments personally. It's not necessarily what everyone should do, but I really like it. This list will be a little bit slower because it's kind of waiting on these 2 heavy Sacred Band regiments before it really starts grinding forward. It's especially depending on that Polemarch with Aristia in order to get regiments where they need to be going quickly, which is a potential weakness of this army. The Chariots are basically just offering support. This list is not designed for them as many anvils. They are support regiments in this case, and they are the fast movers that can score zones. The Thorakites are set up well. Yeah, this is a solid list. I'm personally always looking for a way to include what is it? The mobility relic on my Warlord, so that his regiment is guaranteed in place the turn before you pop supremacy with that +3 march. So I mean, I personally would try to squeeze that in. I would even consider dropping the Selinoi for that. You already have 2 lights, so that's good for the reinforcement curve. But this could come down to what models this person has. Maybe they don't have the models to fill out these other stands, and they've got the Selinoi to fill. Overall, this is a solid list. I don't think it's necessarily a super high tier list, but it doesn't need to be. This list will compete. That's kind of all I have to say on it. Yeah, because you're going to be driving forward. I would drive forward the Thorakites together, kind of, or potentially on either side of the Phalangites brick. But it is slow. This is a slow to develop list. But because the Sacred Band can heal, it has some resiliency to it. It can afford to wait in some matchups to develop. Yeah, I don't really have more to say on that. That's a nice list. How many cards is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good amount of cards. I think high card count plays well into the Polemarch Warlord because it's letting you develop or delay that setup until he pops Supremacy. So I tend to try to go at least 12 cards with the Polemarch Warlord. Okay. There's so the mixed chariots. There's utility in that. For mostly for hitting objective markers. So you're hitting them faster because the Flogobollon it's always shooting at effective range. So in terms of shooting objective markers, it outranges the Skorpios. I personally don't really like that build. I like redundancy. I drew a chariot. It's any of my 3 chariots in this case. But there have been a lot of people reporting good success with this mixed utility. So it's not bad. I guess it. Good solid list, Millaninja. Just be careful on not overextending into fast-moving mobility lists. You've got a slow list here, and that's fine. Play it slow. Don't overextend.